team. I just wanted to pop in here and encourage you guys for a minute. It is the beginning of March, and we have a ton of people on our team that are in full-blown momentum. And then we have some people who, maybe your business has been stuck for the last couple months or whatever. And those are the people that I want to talk to today. I want to talk to you if your business feels like it's stuck, if it's just not going anywhere, if you're doing the things, you feel like you're checking the boxes every day, and yet you're still not getting those joints. You're still not getting your business builders. You're still not getting people that want to run in and do this with you. So I figure my team has, been through these seasons as well, and we have some different ways that we stir it up a bit, and we have a pretty good record of creating momentum from nothing. So I want to just kind of share with you some of the things that we're doing to create that momentum out of just about nothing. And so you can always, the growth of your business is always dependent on you. You have complete control over how fast, how slow, how much your business is growing. You really do have control over that. And I know in the moment it doesn't feel that way. If you're feeling defeated, you feel like, you've tried everything. I'm here to tell you that there are lots of things that you can do to start stirring some things up. So I wanted to talk to you about some of those things. First of all, you need to stir up your faith, okay? If God's hand isn't in it, it's probably not for you. So if we firmly believe that God brought us this business, like I know that God brought me this business and that He has blessed me with it. He has blessed me with it multiple times. And I know a lot of the people that are on my team, God has brought to me. And if I feel like God's hand is in it, I need to honor Him in it. I need to be stirring up my faith. I need to be, before I sit down to do my work every day, get into a moment of praise and worship with the Lord and seek wisdom from Him. Who should I reach out to today? Who's needing some health and wellness? Please just help me, guide me, and just ask for that wisdom every day. Ask the Lord what what the focus should be, who you should be looking out for. The next thing is, so you want to be stirring up your faith. Stir up your faith. That'll get you, get you feeling good. The next thing you want to do is stir up your belief, okay? You need to stir up your belief within yourself. You have to know that you are capable of doing this, and this is possible. And as much as you might be saying this to yourself and think that you're believing it, maybe you don't anymore. And so you really need to be stirring up that belief, and you need to be constantly feeding that belief so that your belief doesn't ever dip down. This looks like personal growth, getting in and watching team calls and videos and listening to podcasts. This is writing down affirmations every day that you're listening to and that you're believing about yourself, whether it's, I have a successful business, I'm a strong business leader, I'm a professional woman, or man, whatever that is. Write down these affirmations so that every day you can go to them and you can say them out loud to yourself, so that you've now stirred up your faith, you stirred up your belief in yourself. And then another thing you might want to look at is stirring up your network, okay? We do most of our work on social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, preferably both. Stir up your network a little bit. See what that looks like. Reach out to your sponsor. Ask them to take a look at your page and see what this looks like. Your page, your Facebook page and your Instagram really is like your social storefront. And I will say that this one is one that I overlooked a lot in the past, and it's probably been the one that has given me the biggest return when I've gone in and stirred up my network. Stirring up my page and just seeing what it looks like, having someone else have some different eyes on it and saying what do you think? What would you eliminate? What do you think? Are the colors matching? Remember, this is your storefront. When people go to your Facebook and your Instagram, they're looking to see who you are, what you're about, if they can trust you, and if this is something that they want to put their vulnerability into, because this is health and wellness. It is vulnerability, and they want to make sure that you are somebody that they can trust with that. And your Facebook page and your Instagram is going to be your storefront, and that's what's going to show them that they can trust you. The other thing with stirring up your network is adding new friends and building those relationships. You guys, if you're not building relationships with people, they're not going to trust you, and they're not going to stick with you long term, even if you do get a quick join on it. And honestly, this isn't even about people sticking with you long term. This is about having a genuine heart to want to help people and reach out to them and meet them where they're at. And so the relationship building doesn't always look like, trying to find a symptom that they have that matches your products. It's getting to know them, getting to know, this mama who just, is a single mom recently, and she's struggling to pay her bills, and she's, her dad is sick in the hospital, or whatever that might be. I mean, you're relating to somebody on that level, and you're there for them. You're pouring into them. You're building a relationship with them. And that day, it may not be products that they're looking for from you that you need to give them. It may be just prayers. It may be an encouragement. It's building that relationship so that you guys have a solid relationship, so that if you do, if it does turn into a potential ambassador for you, you have a solid relationship that you can build from and work on, and you have a lot more trust with each other so that you can work together a lot better. And I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with building relationships with people. If it doesn't turn into a join, then now you've got a really great friend. So make sure you're building relationships and expanding that network. Add people onto your social media. Your social media is your tool. It is your job. So if you're one of those people that's like, I don't know, I don't like to add people, you're going to have to start doing that. You're just going to have to at some point. If you want to break through that wall and you do want to be a jewel or a diamond someday, you do need to break through that wall and eventually start adding some people that you may not know and start building those relationships. Get in Facebook groups, get in different areas, find different ways to build community to where you can start building relationships so that you're expanding your network. Saying, I don't know that many people and I'm not very good at sales, that's not a good excuse. The other thing that you might need to be doing is stirring up your schedule a little bit. And this is one that I think was a little bit challenging for me, being a mom of 4 babies, and I volunteer at my church, and we're moving, and we've had a lot of different things going on. And at some point, you have to stir up that schedule. And I'm saying stirring up your schedule kind of looks like solidifying a schedule, not so much stirring it up, but finding one that works for you and your family and time blocking that and making sure that you have time to commit to everything. I'm telling you, if you're trying to balance 12 balls in the air right now and you're trying to do all of them all day, that's not gonna help. You're gonna drop all of them at some point, and you're gonna go to bed at the end of the day feeling like you didn't get anything done, or feeling like a failure, or feeling like you're a terrible mom and a terrible business worker and a terrible wife and all those other things. That's not working. You need to start time blocking, whether you're in momentum or not, to be very honest with you. And if the time blocking looks like your business is getting a big chunk of your day, great. If the time blocking looks like, you're getting an hour of your business in, great. Block that time out and give your business that solid hour of time where you're not being bothered by anything else. You're not thinking about anything else. That's your time. So time blocking for you might be, from this time to this time, I'm getting kids off and ready to school, getting lunches made. And then from this time to this time, from 8 to 9, I'm going to be getting workout in and then getting ready for the day. And then from 9 to 11, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to work on my business, solid. And then from 11 to 12:30, I'm going to do whatever my chore is for that day. And then from 12:30 to 1, I'm going to make lunch for my kids, get them down for naps. And then at 1 o'clock, I'm going to go in, I'm going to do an organizational project. And then from 3 to 5, I'm going to come back in and I'm going to work on my business some more. And then from 5 to 6, I'm going to put everything away and just spend time with my kids. And I'm going to whatever your schedule may look like, you need to time block so that you are checking those boxes at the end of the day. And then you can go to bed at the end of the day going, wow, I have spent time with my kids. I've gotten time in my business. I've gotten time to organize my house. I got time to get lunches done. I've got a shower today. I got a workout in. And time blocking those things, instead of trying to juggle and balance them all day so that you're not getting anything done, you have to start time blocking, and you have to start realizing that you can't do everything at once. And the only way that you're going to get things done is if you have a focus. And your business may be stuck because you're not giving it the focus you think you are. You think that you're working on your business all day, but you're not. You're actually working on your business alongside trying to do 12 other things, so that you're not doing anything with intentionality. You need to be working on your business with intentionality, so that may look like time blocking so you can sit down and get your business done. That also looks like checklists. When you're sitting down, time block your work hour. I'm going to do this for 20. I'm going to, post and comment on social media for 20 minutes. I'm going to take 30 minutes and do brand new reach outs and follow-ups. And then I'm going to take this amount of time and I'm going to go and encourage people in the team page. And I'm going to take this amount of time and I'm going to work on some personal growth. Time block your work schedule as well, so that you're making sure that you're checking those boxes and you're being intentional with your work time. You're not just sitting down and scrolling Facebook and trying to find something that's going to work for you. So we've stirred up our faith. We've stirred up our belief. We're stirring up our network, building new relationships and getting new friends. We're stirring up our schedules to make sure that we're time blocking. And that, honestly, all of these things, I'm telling you guys, it's not just in your business. You're going to feel better in your life just doing these things. You're going to feel so much better just living your everyday life with these concepts. Next thing you're going to stir up is your back office. Go into your back office. Sometimes it's ripping off a Band-Aid to go into your back office, but go into your back office, assess the situation. Who is close to ranking up or was close to ranking up at one point? How can I build some belief back into them? Start building up that relationship again if it's somebody that has kind of died off. Who have I not reached out to in a while? What are they up to? What can I do? What products can I get them back on? When's the last time they ordered? Go through your back office and start stirring that up. Start talking to your L1s, start talking to your L2s maybe a few days later, then go down into your whatever you need to do and start talking to people in your back office. Get some feedback from them. How's their experience been so far? How would they change it? How can we help them change it moving forward? Stir up that back office and take a look at it and see, go look at their social medias. What are they talking about right now? Are they talking about the fact that they haven't slept in a week because, they're dealing with insomnia or something? I don't know. Go look at their Facebook page and see if there's something that you're missing that you could be helping them with. And you can go back and be like, hey, listen, have you been taking Mega X and Probios before bed? You may be deficient in DHA, and that's going to, cause your natural melatonin to not be created, basically. So look it up, it's real. So and to connect with that person and tell them about Mega X and these different products that can help them with some different things that they're experiencing. So stir up that back office, stir up those relationships again, and get them moving as if they're a brand new customer all over again. And then the last thing that you need to do is you need to stir up your perspective. Okay, you may be a senior gold and you're stuck and you're so frustrated because you're looking up at, a senior ruby or a sapphire or whatever, and you're like, man, I just can't lead like them. I can't lead the way that they lead. I can't do what they're doing. I just want to be where they're at. Guess what? There's a silver looking at you right now, senior gold, saying, man, I just want to be where they're at. I just want to be at their leadership level. There's somebody watching you right now wishing they were at the level that you are at. So pull yourself up by the bootstraps and get to work. Also, if you're brand new, don't sit here and think, oh my gosh, that person's been in this forever. They know all the things and they just have, they know exactly how to do this. I'm brand new and that's why they're good at this and I'm not. Guess what? That's not true. You have an entire warm market. You have a massive warm market available to you that a lot of us who have been doing this for a while, we're having to build a new network and stir up new relationships. You've got this brand new warm market. And then if you've been doing it for a long time, you're like, oh, I'm just out of my warm market and I don't know, I need new people. Guess what? You've got wisdom under your belt. You've got personal growth under your belt. You've been doing this long enough that people now trust you. People have put their health and wellness in your hands and they trust you. People are watching you. You've now taken this from a fad into something where it's like, they've been doing this for a while. They're serious. They know what they're doing. And I'm going to put my trust in this. You have a leadership equity if you've been doing this for a while. So I don't care where you're at in your plexus journey. There's always a different perspective and there's pros and cons to seasoned, old, low ranks, high ranks, all those things. Not that there's a ton of cons, but you know what I mean? There's challenges, I should say. There's pros and there's challenges to every single season of network marketing. And so you have to pull yourself out of the woe is me. I'm not good at this. I don't have what she has. I'm not doing what they're doing. I don't have the network that they do. You know what? A lot of us didn't. And we had to get ourselves to a place where we had to pull ourselves out of it, stir things up and start diving into some personal growth and really assessing our social media, assessing our relationships, assessing our back office. Every day, one day a week, take something different and look at it and talk about it with your sponsor. Maybe Monday you're going to talk to your sponsor, send them some shots of what you're doing for your personal reach outs and say, I'm not getting any joins. I'm not getting a lot of people talking to me. What can I do here to change up my reach outs? I'm not getting a lot of business builders. Talk to me about that. How can I start stirring things up so that I'm getting some business builders? Hey, I'm not getting a lot of engagement on my posts. What does my social media look like to you? How can I switch that up? Talk to your sponsor. Take one day a week dissect your business and have your sponsor give you some feedback. Ask, ask in your three-way chat to your sponsor and your upline, what can I do to move forward in this? I'm stuck and I'm not sure how to get out of this. So you have to stir things up, guys. And I'm going to tell you this takes effort. This is not easy. This is not something that, it's just like, oh, I just need to make a couple little changes and then I'm going to have 18 joins next week. That's not how this works. It takes effort. It takes looking into yourself. It takes some personal growth, and it takes asking some tough questions to your sponsor. It takes time. Okay. If your issue, which one of my issues recently was that I had to stir up my social media. I needed to step up into a new caliber of leadership on my social media. That took following people on social media that I want to be like and learning from them. That took looking up videos about what attracts people in social media. That took following a lot of team calls and things that we've done even in this group about attraction marketing and all of those different things. So you have to lean into it and be willing to learn and grow in those things, because it's not something that's going to change overnight. It's going to take growth. And I'm still learning from it, but I will tell you this. When I made the decision to change up my social media, I would say probably 2-3 months ago, I'm just now starting to reap the harvest from that. So don't get discouraged when 2 weeks later you've been doing all this stuff to change up your social media and you're not getting a lot of, it takes time. You got to build up the algorithm, changing up your verbiage for joins. It takes time. You got to build those things up. So it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. It's going to take consistency. You have to be consistent with this. It's not something you can try for a couple days and then take a few days off and then maybe do it another day and take another day off and then do it some other day. I mean, it's like our supplements. You have to be consistent on them. You have to take them every day for them to work. You can't just decide what days you want to take them and what days you don't want to take them and then complain that you're not losing the weight that you're wanting to lose, or that you're, not getting the sleep that you want, or that you're still sluggish. You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with your business. You have to do these things every single day. And I'm telling you, I'm not preaching something to you that I haven't had to preach to myself. And a lot of this is coming from my own experience and my own personal growth and my own lessons that I've had to learn. It takes that little slight edge, as Jeff Olson talks about in the book. It's doing everything. And if you're lifting up your leadership lid, and then once you're starting to see results, you start to kind of slack down on it, you're going to go back down into failure. And then you lift that leadership lid, and then you start to see results. And so you kind of get lax on it and you fall back down into failure. Keep lifting that leadership lid. And when you're starting to see results, pump out even more, ask harder questions, get some more personal growth, dive even deeper into your back office, look at your social media even more. You can always step things up, and you want to keep stepping things up, break through those glass ceilings each time to get to that new level. Let that glass ceiling be your new floor, okay? Don't go back down. That's the thing. You have to have that consistency and that want to win attitude. This isn't going to be something where you can work on it for a couple of days and then you're done. It takes time, it takes consistency. So stir up your faith, stir up your belief. You need to be stirring up your network. You need to stir up your schedule. You need to stir up your back office and stir up your perspective, okay? Those are 6 things that you can work on, 6 practical things that you can work on if you're feeling stuck, that you can be doing right now to start promoting growth in your business. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, that's fine. It may happen 2 months from now, but guess what? 2 months from now, you're gonna be really happy that you started it today. So get stirring those things up, get out of momentum. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask me questions if you are feeling stuck in a specific thing that I mentioned. These are all things that I've had to work through as well, and I can give you some good resources and all those things, but reach out to your sponsor. I promise they have amazing advice and resources as well. So I love you guys. I just want to see y'all succeed. I'm looking for some big rank ups. I'm excited for March. People are ready to go, and I want y'all to feel like you've got some forward momentum. So let's get going, let's get moving, and I'm excited to see where y'all end up in just a few months after being diligent and stirring some things up.